Hello and welcome to relationships. And I'm going to be reviewing 5 sites about relationships and what they'll be talking about. So the first one is Hotline, and we're going to be diving more deep into that. So basically, consent is ongoing. What this basically means is don't think you can do the act again without asking just because you've already asked before. What that's saying is just because you've already done that before doesn't mean that you don't have to ask your partner to do it again. You have to ask it every single time. Every single time. It's non-stop. It sucks. I know, but you have to. So number 2, consent is not a free pass. You're not giving consent to other acts by giving consent to one act. If you do one thing, like for example, if you kiss them, you can't go down deep into them, if you know what I mean. That's something else that you have to give consent for, You have to get their consent. And third one is no implied consent. Not saying no doesn't mean yes. So for example, if you're trying to touch them inappropriately and they don't like it, but they're not saying no, that doesn't give you the right to keep on touching them. What they're trying to say is, don't touch me, bro, okay? And for example, they could be drunk, they could be sleeping, they could be on something, and so basically they can't give consent that way. They can't legitimately give consent that way because they're not conscious, They don't know what's happening. Also, maybe say you did give consent and you're in the middle of what you're doing. If you're in the middle of what you're doing, don't be afraid to not say no. You could say no if you're feeling uncomfortable with what you're doing. You could say no, because if you don't say no, well, it's just uncomfortable. Just say no, okay? Just be brave. They'll listen. And last one is if no one's consenting, it could be rape, sexual assault, sexual abuse, and so on. So first let's start with the healthy ones. Okay, so in a healthy relationship, you have to have mutual respect, trust, honesty, support, fairness, equality, good communication. What a healthy relationship should be doing is taking away stress, not adding it. If it's adding stress, that's an unhealthy relationship, and that's a completely different topic. So if you're in a healthy relationship, get out of it. Improve it, fix it. Now we'll be talking about the unhealthy relationships. As I said, unhealthy relationship creates stress between both people. So if you're being stressed by the person in a relationship, don't think they're not being affected either. It goes both ways. So if you're stressed, they're stressed. If they're stressed, you're gonna be stressed. Okay? You don't want that in a relationship. If you're in that relationship, either improve it or get out. And as I said, get out, improve. That could also happen if you are, for example, in a domestic violence relationship, because that's really bad. Because if your partner is hitting you, yelling at you, doing these really bad things to you, you might as well just get out. There's no coming back from that. That's gonna mess you up really bad. So yeah, or else you're gonna get into a state of unhappiness. So first one is talk honestly. Always be honest with your partner or sibling or whoever it is. Always be honest. So if you ever feel bad, you can feel okay around them. You can be yourself, okay? So if you ever feel bad, you can talk to them about it and feel better. And it helps build character by being honest, okay? You get closer to the person. Second one is listen and listen well. Okay, if you listen to the other person, again, it builds the relationship, you get closer to them, and to make sure that you're listening, a quick tip is just repeat what they said, okay? One is trust and respect. always trust your partner or the other person with a lot of things, and don't feel the need like you have to check up on them for everything. Like maybe if they're feeling a bit down, don't feel like you always have to check up on them for everything. They can take care of themselves. That helps build trust, and to show that you guys can be without each other. It's not a bad thing. You gotta be independent, and that helps build trust and respect for each other. Okay, and that can again build a closer relationship. Now the fourth one is give and take, and what that's basically saying is don't be aggressive, be assertive. Ask questions, compromise, always find the root to the problem. So you don't start any really bad arguments, and always just negotiate. And for example, if your parents set rules and you don't like those rules, but you know that you can't negotiate with those rules, don't even try, okay? You just could piss them off, and it's meant for your safety. For example, if you're to be arguing with your sister or sibling or whoever it is, just leave the situation, okay? So if you could see that their temper or your temper is acting up, you can tell that it's gonna get really bad. Just leave, okay? Just take a walk, just go to your room, stay away from them. Just give them some time, okay? Number 2 is figure out what's really bothering them. If you figure out what's really bothering them, you can get to the root of the problem and further help, just stop the situation before it gets any worse. Number 3 is respect their personal belongings and their property. So for example, if they got mad at you for something and you got mad at them for something, doesn't mean you should be going and like vandalizing all their clothes or something, okay? Like, respect them. Sure, you're mad, but that doesn't give you the right to ruin their clothes or whatever it is, And number 4, it has to do with friendship. If Alex always wants to do this, wants to do that, and Maria just always follows along, and one day Maria doesn't want to do that. She wants to do what she wants to do, and you always have the right to say no. So maybe your friends want to do this, but you want to do that. You have the right to say no and talk to them about it, okay? You don't always have to do what they want to do, Have respect for yourself, basically. So basically, 4 tips I have for that is, number 1 is set up your personal space. Make rules and boundaries with your siblings for them not to cross. And then if you're sharing the same room, this is your part of the room and this is their part of the room, so you can't be on that part of the room. And those are just the little rules that you guys shouldn't cross, Create a little boundary, some space. And number 2 is has to do with friends. So when it comes to friends, don't take arguments seriously. If you have one argument, don't think your friendship is gonna be over, because that's just gonna create stress, and it could lead the argument to be even worse than it is. But never think it's gonna be over. Like for example, if you two are complaining about what you want to do, like this guy wants this and this guy wants this, and you guys can't come to a negotiation, and you guys just stop talking or something, don't think your friendship is over, okay? Things like that happen all the time. That's how relationships are, Number 3 is type of friends you make will help you know yourself a lot better. And number 4 is just try to always find new people to get to know. The more the merrier. It's always good to meet new people, because if anything bad happens, you can always go to them for help.